You all ever wondered why we as songwriters are constantly trying to get our songs to more potential fans? I mean, come on! We're over here like... and they're over here like... right? Am I right? What else? It'd be great if there was some service out there that would take our songs. You with me? And just one time and put it everywhere. Because anyone can take a song and upload it. But who can actually make sure it gets to wanting listeners? DistroKid! I mean, think about it, right? What's the deal with all these streaming services? You got your Spotify, your Amazon, your Apple Music. They all want your dope tracks, right? And DistroKid will get them all uploaded. And splitting revenue with your co-writers? Done. Upload all your lyrics? Done. Get paid when others use your track on YouTube. Done and done. I mean, is this thing on? Of course it is. DistroKid. Save 7% when you sign up in the description. Tip your waitresses. Thank you. Have a good night. Hey, what's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music. We're going to break down Creed Higher right now. Also, if you haven't yet, I appreciate you subscribing here to the YouTube channel. I've got great links, including free courses from my website, martymusic.com, down below. Thanks for that extra support, and let's rock. All right, so the intro, we got a clean tone, and we're in drop D tuning. So just the top strings drop down to D, and we're going to run up here while we strum these two open strings, or three open strings, and then the G string. So you can use ring finger or index finger. So I'm going 7. So that would be 7, 9, up to 11. And so that first one, it just climbs up. That second one up to 11 starts on the 9 and slides up. So, and then dun, 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 dun. And so that's 11, 9, 11, 12 with those ringing out. And then back to 11. And you slide it back, so then now we're going to be hitting the 7th fret on these 3 low strings here, and ring finger on the 9th fret G. You don't want to hear the B or high E. It's not going to sound great. So one more time. So now holding, just try and bar, don't try and bar the whole thing, but kind of try and bar these parts, you know, the tuned down D, A, and D, as well as the G, if you can just get a little pressure there, because you're going to go. So without the bar, it just looks like 9, 9, 11. So you're going to pull off that pinky, then the ring finger. So from the top. And then, so that would be pinky on 11 and 9 while you're holding. Then you go down to where you're barring the 5th fret and ring fingers on the 7th fret G, and you go. So, and then open. So you got ring fingers staying on the 7th fret. So that's ring finger on 7, pinky on 8 of the B. So index is planted back on the 5th fret there, and the pinky comes off the 7th of the B back on. It's very similar. Easier to play it that way, but I saw a little clip where he was doing it right here. So from the top, index or ring, I'll go ring. So the pinky comes back off. And you end with that G note. Then click it on. Into rock mode. The lick that we just worked on gets played again, but with distortion. But there's also power chords going on, so you can take a D power chord and then cover the top low, the lowest sounding, but these top 3 strings on the 7th fret, 5th fret, and then with palm muting, 5-0-0, 5-0-0, 5-4-2-0. But it's pretty mixed up in there in the mix. I'm hearing at least the bass going. But it's most likely one of the guitars at least as well. So. And then it goes back clean. So very straightforward. Now let's talk about that verse. All right, so back to clean. We take a D major chord, but we're not going to be hearing that 2nd fret high E. What I'm mostly hearing on the verse is that open high E there, which would be a D add 9 or sus2. D sus2. And then this just fancy kind of G chord with the drop D tuning, you get a G by playing the 5th fret. But you can play a ring finger on 7 of the D and pinky on 7 of the G, and then let that B and high E ring out. That just gives you some pretty colors there. So D sus2, and you can get that low D in there. Really doing any pattern specifically. I'm just giving it a strum. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Pick out some of the notes. You could also do 5th fret high E. I'm not really hearing it, but I'm seeing it in tabs. It could be there in some point, but it still gives you that kind of suspended feel there on the D chord. Then you have what we could call the pre-chorus, back to distortion, palm muting, 4th fret. I'm going all the way up here where I'm barring across the 17th fret across, and then 19 on the G, 20 on the B. Into the chorus. So let's get into the chorus now. All right, so we need a D power chord, and I recommend this one, but I'm going to put my pinky there because that's going to slide down. So you have a D power chord. And so what's going on is 5 to 4 on the A string while that stays on the 7. And then there's a little embellishment, so it's like... So I'll turn down a little bit here. So I'm just getting a little... And then I'm just grabbing that 5th fret, and then I'm using my pinky to grab 7 on that G. So you have... And there's kind of like a pickup open. 5, 4, 0. You could keep that 7 there. And then you have a lick. So that's a 6 on the G, 6, 7, 9. So I'm grabbing that 4th fret D, and then just hitting those open strings for the power chord. It's like a half step bend. So I'm kind of picking up a little bit later than that first D power chord because of the lick. And right back through it. There's a couple little hits and things. Watch out for after near the end of the song. octave thing. And so that's 10th fret A string, 12th fret G. Everything else is muted, but then you're starting with the open low D there. Like that. And then you're pretty much through the rest of the song. Those are the parts. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. Thank you again for hanging out. Really appreciate it. You know, feel free to request stuff in the comments below. And while you're down there, I appreciate you subscribing to the channel and checking out the links that I have that are bonuses for you to learn and get better. So thanks for that, and we'll see you later.